Without further ado, I believe we're ready. We'll bring up the very first project is going to be Vivdaldi Education.
Hey, thanks for having me. My name is Alex Kagi. I'm here today to present Vivdaldi, which is software made for high school bands and orchestras, particularly their teachers, so that they can manage their major ensembles. There's also about 4 million students nationwide that have to be managed, so pretty big number. So first I want you to picture what an orchestra is like. Some of you may not be terribly familiar with the orchestra setting, but basically you see here, I think I counted earlier, it was about 96 people versus one conductor. And so this is a very common orchestral setting where the conductor in the middle has to make sure that all 96 of these people have practiced, and that's particularly difficult when they're not professionals and they're all a bunch of high school kids. So what needs to be changed? Performing arts, first of all, is a flipped classroom, which basically means that the students, they have to learn the material outside of class, and then in class they actually perform. So they need to have already learned the things they were supposed to learn before they come to class. But the issue is that teachers can't communicate with their students outside the classroom. Current software that exists, such as Blackboard and Angel or something like that, it doesn't work very well for these teachers because that's really more assignment-based, like, turn in this homework assignment, do this quiz. But this is really more about repetitive practice, so that's what we're focusing on. And like I said, there are 50 to 90 students to manage per class, and they can't monitor their students' practice habits outside the class, even though that's where most of the learning happens. So then on to our team. So I'm Alex Kagi. I'm the one, the guy doing the presentations in front of people. I also do a bit of development. Then we're also partnered with Andrew King, who is the director of orchestras here at Purdue. And he'll be in charge of sales, networking. He has a great network of other orchestra directors. He was actually a director at Carmel Orchestra, if you're familiar with that. And then we have Ben Onfer and Eddie Williams. They are other developers, and all three developers, we all played in various ensembles. As you see, I played viola, Ben played clarinet, Eddie played guitar. So here's the solution we've come up with. It's a learning management system, so there are different accounts. There's a teacher account, student account, and students will document their practice time with our software. And then they earn points for doing tasks assigned to them by the teacher, and then they will also get points for practicing. And then the teacher can then take those analytics and monitor the students' progress and how much they practice, more importantly to make sure they've communicated with their students effectively so that they know that their students will be prepared. And then there's also, so basically easy communication outside of the classroom means success in the classroom. So here's a demo really quick. We're currently in 3 high schools, which are North Central, Carmel, and Avon, which are actually the top 3 high school orchestras in Indiana. So first I'm going to show you a teacher account. So you go into your orchestra, you have a few tasks. So you hit new task. So I didn't quite specify, sorry. I want my students to listen to basically Spring by the composer Vivdaldi. So you just need a URL, so you say Spring by Vivdaldi. Go listen, and then you hit the date. And you assign it to your sections, and there you go. Add successfully. And I have a couple other instances of it here. So now I'm going to go ahead and log out and go to the student that it was assigned to just now. And so the student can click on that orchestra. Okay. Yeah, there's just to show you that the video's here. The student now can listen to Vivdaldi, just so you have a little. That's all I really needed. we also have some other features that I didn't show you. So we also have practice logs, and then teachers can view that documentation, user management, administrative controls. I'll just go through this really quick. So students document their practice time here. They hit start, submit to log, and that appears here, which shows a chart of how much the student has been practicing. Something we have yet to build is also you can, we're going to have overlays of the average of their section, the average of their orchestra, and then also like they can compete with other students to see like if they've been practicing as much as other students. So again, more logs. This is the teacher so that they can manage their classes. Just more information. Okay, so that's what we have done so far. What we're going to be doing over winter break, we're going to go through some more intense development to get prepared for our spring beta testing. First of all, we're going to add the gamification element. Right now what we have is just teachers can monitor their student practice habits, but with gamification it kind of gives students a little more incentive. They can see points, teachers can reward them for leveling up. Things like that. We still have to figure that out, of course. Also leaderboards, they'll be able to compare themselves to other students. Chat, so that's pretty straightforward. And then also iOS and Android versions. So how much will Vivdaldi cost? For teachers, it's completely free. We want to make it very easy to get through the school system. So if the teacher buys it with their own money, it's totally free, so it's not a big deal. And the way we'll support it is we're going to talk to music companies. So ranging from like a small violin repair shop who can't afford to advertise on some big network, what they can do with this is a ridiculously targeted segment. And music repair, so their cost per customer is fairly low compared to anything they would be able to, anything else. And then ranging as high as national music camps. So those are things like Interlocket, and if you've heard of that, Band Camps of America. We actually have pretty good connections there. And we can use that. They'll be able to financially back us, and then they'll be featured on our website for students to see. And so further development that still needs to be done after that, as we kind of pick up pace. We need verification methods, as in to make sure the student is actually practicing. We actually have a way of doing that sort of planned out, which is taking like small audio snapshots to make sure the student's actually practicing. Audio submission, so like the student can submit their practice segment via the internet, and sheet music upload, and then a full-blown ad network so that we don't have to go to people directly, and various advertisers can just go onto our website, quickly sign up, and it'll be like Google AdWords or something. So that's all. There's my email if you want to reach me, and good questions, or?
That's time, thank you.
Thank you.
Spartech, please begin to set up. Judges, 3 minutes for questions, please.
Yeah. So tell me, what kind of feedback have you received from your 3 beta sites, both positive or negative?
I'll mostly go with the negative. So one issue is that what we have so far is it's too bare bones for it to be useful. So that's so the things I mentioned about what we're building over the winter is the feedback we've gotten, like if we add those things, we're positive it'll be a very useful product. But teachers right now, they're using it and they're just, verbal communication in the classroom of just like, hey, go practice this, please, is more sufficient for them than what they have right now with Vivdaldi. But actually something interesting is that the teachers also said, to them verification isn't actually a huge deal. So they really want to communicate with their students, just saying like, go practice this segment, more than like making sure that their students are practicing 30 minutes a night or anything. It's just more making sure that they, and also like listen to that YouTube video, things like that.
Any further questions? Thank you so much.